Imagine this. You wake up, still half asleep, and the first thing you see on your phone is someone standing on a cliff in Bali, hair glowing in the sunrise. Scroll again, and there's a perfectly sculpted body, another person announcing a new startup worth millions, another couple celebrating the perfect love story. And then, without even noticing, you begin to shrink. Your own breakfast, your own body, your own day suddenly feels smaller. This is the silent trap we are caught in, the comparison spiral. Philosophers have been warning us about this long before Instagram and TikTok. Jean-Jacques Rousseau spoke about amor propre, the dangerous form of self-love that depends entirely on how others see us. Friedrich Nietzsche warned of the herd instinct, the way we measure our lives by the approval of the crowd instead of the fire within. Even the ancient Stoics, like Seneca, reminded us that envy is a poison that steals not only joy but the ability to live in the present. History is full of comparison spirals, only the platforms have changed. In the salons of 18th century Paris, people measured their worth by wit and appearance, always afraid of being outshone by the next clever phrase. In Victorian England, social reputation could destroy families overnight if you failed to live up to the glittering standards of wealth and propriety. But the comparison was limited to a small circle, a city, a neighborhood. Today, your circle is the entire globe. You are competing not with the 10 families down the street but with the highlight reels of billions. The danger lies in the distortion. What you see is not reality. It is curation, lighting, angles, timing. We are comparing our raw, unfiltered lives with the edited, polished masks of others. It's as if we are playing a rigged game, one we cannot win. And yet, our brains respond as if it were real. Dopamine spikes with each scroll, and dissatisfaction grows with every click. Happiness becomes an endless chase, success always just out of reach. If you look closely, you'll see how this shapes entire cultures. We now worship visibility more than substance. A person with a camera and followers can seem more important than a teacher shaping lives in silence. Beauty is no longer about health or vitality but about symmetry, filters, and unattainable ideals. Success is measured in numbers, not meaning. And love becomes a comparison game of staged moments instead of lived intimacy. But what if we stopped? What if you decided today to step out of the spiral? Think of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who wrote in his Meditations that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. He ruled an empire, yet his greatest reminder was to turn inward, not outward. Imagine if you measured your life not by the highlights of strangers but by the depth of your own experience. The smell of your morning coffee, the laughter with a friend, the work you do that nobody posts about but that matters deeply. The future is already testing us. With AI-generated faces, synthetic lifestyles, and digital influencers who don't even exist, the line between reality and illusion is dissolving. The comparison spiral will only intensify unless we grow a stronger inner compass. If we don't, dissatisfaction may become the default human mood, an endless hunger for a perfection that was never real in the first place. But there is another path. When you stop scrolling and start noticing, when you put your energy into your own story instead of comparing it to billions of others, something shifts. You realize that your life does not need to be staged to be meaningful. You find that beauty exists in imperfection, that success is not a number but a feeling of alignment, and that happiness is not in the next scroll but in the present breath. The comparison spiral is a trap as old as humanity, but it has never been so amplified, so seductive, so relentless. And yet, you are not powerless. You can choose to measure your life differently. You can step out of the spiral and build a world not of comparison, but of connection and creation. If this story resonates with you, if you are ready to see more about how to break free from invisible traps like this one and design a life on your own terms, then subscribe to this channel now. Together, we can turn comparison into clarity and reclaim what has always been yours, the freedom to live your life, not someone else's highlight reel.